for luck. Either you got it, you don't. Lie to yourself if you won't. I put my team on my back. Did what I could, what I had. Now I'll be all in my bag. Copy and paste with the...
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Down throw for Prescott. Steps away to his left. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. 20. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On second and goal, Jones, and that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Giants 7, Cowboys 0.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Escaping the pressure right. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
A second down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now Jones on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Oh, boy.
4 yards the pickup. First down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
To the air again. Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Prescott.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
He was brought down by
This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get him for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The point after.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one.
Of the first quarter, with the score tied 7-7. Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down.
And the Giants first down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The tackle there by John Johnson.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. The 20, 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Throwing on first down, Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a second down. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game. No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Check. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner. And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive. And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football. Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they? Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football. Prescott from the gun on third. Buying time to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
From the gun, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
1st and 10. That's a 50-yard line.
Prescott now from the 50. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Prescott from the gun. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
By the Giants. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On 2nd and 7, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Giants first down.
Jones now on 1st and 10. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. And from the shotgun, he'll throw, eluding the pressure right.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked by Julian Love. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
They'll take over.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram, his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
so much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards, good enough for a first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's incomplete.
It's certainly not often that we see an offensive team kind of breathe a sigh of relief when a ball is tipped and falls incomplete. But when you've thrown 4 interceptions in the game, that actually counts as not progress, but counts as something good because it didn't go against your team, and now he gets a chance to make another throw.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for Giants first down.
First down, New York.
From the gun, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Complete to
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay. I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's Jones. Throwing on first down. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Second and inches at the 11-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. Flush to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Caden Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. 4.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't gonna go 47. Don't get nervous. Hey, check.
To throw is Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Now Jones, throwing again. Catch made by Slayton. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Slayton. A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones out to the right here to Shepard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun, Jones. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Jones pass.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
12-yard gain.
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. Some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard.
Throwing, Jones. Steps away. That's caught by Penny. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 36 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He finds an opening past the 40. This complete left side to Aguilar. A gain there of 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw again. Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go, D.
Prescott yet again. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Prescott.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go, 46, 46. 54, right there, 54, Mike.
And again, it's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Jones now on 3rd down. Open man right side is Ingram. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
To number 88.
Evan Ingram, an even 90 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ballgame.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the